switch, and then back to the battery again. And so this would be a series circuit because electricity is going to flow in this direction through the battery and then back. Through the bulb and then back again. And so when I turn it on, we can see that electrons are flowing. We've got 0.9 amps, and then it's running through a light bulb. And so these rays around the outside of the light bulb show you how much light is being given off from that. And so the first thing I'd like to do, let me turn that off for just a second, so let me open that circuit for a second, is kind of get a sense for how much electricity is coming out, or how much current is flowing through there, and how much light are we getting off of that. And now I'm going to add another light bulb, and I'm going to put it in series. So let me add another light bulb here, and I have to break this, split the junction, and let me connect to both sides of that. And let me move it down so it looks a little better. Okay, so now we've got two light bulbs. We've got the same battery. You kind of remember how much light we were getting at it before, and you remember the speed. And so let's turn this one on now. Okay, so in a series circuit, what we have now is those two bulbs are not as bright, and the reason why, and if you remember how much speed we were getting, or how much current we were getting, remember it was 0.9 amps. And so in a series circuit, if we add more resistance, we're going to turn this on. There's a clear difference between the two. And the first time I saw this, it was totally confusing to me. In other words, these two light bulbs are as bright as that one light bulb was before, when it wasn't in series. And so the first thing that should stand out to you is that these two bulbs are as bright as that one bulb when it was before it was hooked up in series. And so another thing that's happening is that we actually have way more amps moving through this, and so you can see that the electrons are moving more quickly. And so the difference between a series circuit and a parallel circuit is that the current is actually increased. Remember when we had, let's go back and remove this and just connect it together. So remember here we had 0.9 amps for one light bulb, but here we now have 1.8 amps. In other words,